Okay, welcome to the Node.js Node API team meeting for May 26, 2023. We'll follow our standard agenda of looking at the things that were tagged for milestone 11. But before we do that, does anybody have any announcements they'd like to share?
We are defining the Node API version 9, and it's been approved for several days. So yeah, I believe next week we can release the Node API version 9.
Okay. That's a good FYI for everybody. And next week we can, after that happens, we should add it to our what's new list there. So that's cool. Thanks for doing that. I saw you did the work to get the document that says, here's what we need to do. And now you're going through and doing it, which is great.
Yeah, so that I can verify the steps are correct.
Yeah, no, it's always great to have that written down because things seem to only get slightly more complicated than getting less complicated. So it's very good to have the steps all written down.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm going to share. Sorry, any other announcements before we launch into the agenda? Okay, if not, I should be sharing now the list of issues. The first one is improve scorecard on OpenSSF. I know I still have to get back to look at why it's not passing and what we do there, so I don't have an update on that yet. We already talked about what's new. Maybe I'll just move that to the, although I don't think it sticks. Anyway, we already talked about this one. Adding a list of non-C language bindings. I think Nicola let us know that he's continuing to work on that. So I think that's the update for there. Driving towards full coverage. Jack, any things we should talk about this week?
Yeah, I'm based on fixes to Kevin's comments, and also looking into the G cover thing. I did some work to it, but I haven't really been working on it lately. But yeah, this weekend I have some more time to take another stab at it.
Okay, so basically this test right here is the one you were talking about, and you've addressed the comments, so ready for another review, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And yeah, working on this one, which is the code coverage. So okay, you're just working away. Do you need any input or anything like that?
Yeah, I think there should be. I think right now I'm just trying to see if I can understand how this thing works a bit more, because I got some code coverage data out of it, but I don't quite understand how this tool works. So I'll probably have to kind of look in a bit to understand this a bit more. Yeah.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so I haven't done anything on the debug testing. Let's look at stale issues. So this one, I know we had the comment that but since we've landed sort of the feature, but runtime semantics. I don't know if there's any update on this one.
Right. I kind of wanted to discuss a little bit about this.
Okay.
Because I was going through earlier trying to see what the status of everything was. And so now we have merged the runtime schematics correctly, right?
Yep.
Oh, so we have a PR that's open on core for differentiating between the different reference types. Is that now dependent on the runtime semantics or what?
If I recall correctly, with the runtime semantics, we can eagerly invoke the penalizers and defer any JavaScript execution with a new Node API like Node API set immediate. So that's what we are still going to working on, I believe, since there isn't, if I recall correctly, there isn't API open for it.
So let me post this in chat then. This is a PR to split finalizers into two different types. I thought this PR would address that situation.
Yes, you're right. Like I need to update this PR. Like this PR is relatively old. It was actually implemented before all these latest changes to references and versioning was implemented. And also it missing this set immediate, what we discussed last time. Sorry, last couple of weeks I was not able to work on it, but yeah.
Gotcha.
Hopefully by
Yeah,
next week I'll have update for that.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
fine.
Okay,
So I'm
yeah,
just
I was
writing-
trying to make sure that I had the picture of everything correctly, but so that makes sense. So does this have to then be updated for the versioning then that was just landed recently then, correct?
Right.
Okay, makes sense.